Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be watching a video about Japan's 2026 World Cup team being terrifying by Third Wind Sports. The World Cup is in exactly 1 month, so it's good to see how Japan will line up and play in the World Cup. Because in 2022 they did really well. They topped their group in the group stages, topping Spain as well on points. And they got knocked out by Croatia, I'm pretty sure, in the round of 16. So it was pretty unlucky for them, but recently they've played really well in Asia as well, like they top Asia, I'm pretty sure. And so far they've bet England and Scotland. So I think it was like 1-0 or 2-0 wins, but it was good to see, so let's see it.
Germany, Spain, Japan beat both, and still nobody believes they can go all the way. But heading into 2026, this might be the most dangerous version of
Batman
Japan
Cup.
we've ever seen. Because for the first time, they're not just competing with football's giants, they're consistently beating them. And before recently, that was exactly what Japan has been missing. So what changed, and how far can this team actually go?
They're insane, man. They're insane. They're a good team for sure, from what I remember.
But first, let's set the scene. Japan is an island nation with a culture where honor and respect are dominant values, with a history of shoguns and samurai.
Wait, let's see their kit as well. No glaze, but look at their kit. This kit is not bad, but the 2022 one was really nice too. Blue lock one.
History of shoguns and samurais, but currently we're known for technology, cuisine, automobiles, and punctuality. Football hasn't always been one of Japan's biggest sports. For years, baseball dominated the country, but everything started to change in 1998 when Japan qualified for their first ever World
Don't even
Cup.
watch baseball, man.
Since then, they've qualified for every single tournament, building a reputation as one of the most exciting and unpredictable teams in international football. From iconic fan culture...
Yeah, that's the kit. That's the one. That kit is so nice. That kit's fire.
...to unforgettable upsets, Japan became a team everyone...
And this kit, so cold.
...to watch. But despite all that, they've never fully broken through. The knockout stages have always been their ceiling. Even in 2002, hosting on home soil, they couldn't take that next step. But that tournament
2 years
changed
before I was
something.
born.
Because ever since, Japan haven't just improved, they've been building towards something bigger. 2018 is where Japan started building the dangerous team that they have today. And it makes sense as this is when they appointed Hajime Moriyasu, Japan's current
Hajime
manager.
Moriyasu,
He was appointed
that's
right
his
after the
name.
2018 World Cup, but had been serving as the assistant manager already then. He has the most games as the manager for Japan and by far the best win percent, boasting an almost 70% win rate.
What's his win rate? 69.9. Dude, that's pretty good. As a manager, as a coach, 70% of the time winning. That's crazy.
In 2018, Japan became the first Asian team to beat a South American team in a World Cup with a 2-1 victory over Colombia, and ended up being eliminated in a memorable game against Belgium in the round of 16, 3-2. We got a taste of Japan's new movement there, and this is where Hajime Moriyasu started building. In the 2019 AFC Cup, Japan won 6 games in a row before losing in the final to Qatar.
Yeah, it's typically like this. They just beat mostly all of the other Asian teams in Southeast Asia.
Starting to show the consistency that is so important in big tournaments. In 2022, Japan was drawn into the group of death in the World Cup, drawing Germany and Spain in their group.
Yes, that's the
Out of
one.
Respond, they beat both of them and topped the group, shocking the world. Japan's fans
That's
also
insane.
became a huge inspiration for the world.
Dude, 2 wins against...
World.
Where is it?
Japan's fans also became a huge...
2 wins against... Sorry. Dude, 2 wins against Spain and Germany in the World Cup. That's insane. 2-1 and 2-1.
and topped the group, shocking the world. Japan's fans also became a huge inspiration for the world, as after their games, they would stay at the stadium and clean up garbage before they left. Expectations were big for Japan
Such
after
good
their
manners.
performance in the group, and the next test was the round of 16, the stage they've never been able to pass. Japan were matched up against Croatia, one of the best teams in the World Cup
That's the one.
recently, and managed to take it to penalties against arguably the most experienced cup penalty side, and unsurprisingly at that point, lost. It was crushing, but if we take a look at this performance, Japan managed to beat Spain, Germany, and tie Croatia. Absolutely stellar performance that hints that there is no limit for Moriyasu's Japan.
Yeah.
Here's a stat that
Dude, it's such a small difference, like that small. Beat Spain, beat Germany, and just tie Croatia. And Croatia literally just beat them on penalties. So, yeah, it's insane. What did Croatia end up? Search it up. Yeah, Croatia ended up winning in the quarters, going through to the quarters after that, and then going to the semis. Jeez.
show. Absolutely stellar performance that hints that there is no limit for Moriyasu's Japan. Here's a stat that should knock your socks off. Since that loss against Croatia in 2022, Japan has only lost 3 games. Giant killers tend not to be
No way. Overall.
this consistent. It's time to stop sleeping on Japan. So what awaits Japan in the 2026 World Cup?
3
Japan
losses.
is qualified as a Pot 2 team, an upgrade from their previous Pot 3 placement, which in theory should give them an easier group. Japan is drawn into Group F and is joined by Netherlands, Sweden, and Tunisia.
Netherlands,
The group
Sweden,
favorites
Tunisia.
are Netherlands, but realistically, taking both countries' recent performances into account, this could really be a toss-up between first and second place. However, the group is filled by 2
That's
real
the group.
wildcards, and this group feels like it has a tendency for high scorelines and open football.
Japan have got it, man.
It's very difficult to assess right now because they qualified for this tournament without winning a single game in qualifying. Tell me in the
Japan have
comments,
that
but
easy.
I don't think there's a single team that have ever
Netherlands
won
are good.
before. But since then, they
Netherlands
went
are
through
good.
the playoff route with the
Netherlands are good. Netherlands so far have been good, I reckon. Sweden, yeah. Tunisia, they're most likely going to get knocked out. But Japan should top this group. Hopefully, we'll see.
ever done that before. But since then, they went through the playoff route with the new manager and have shown some pretty impressive football overall. Tunisia has consistently been a solid football team and right now. If Japan do progress as expected, Group F's winner and runner-up will be facing Group C's winner and runner-up. First meets second. It's not so clear whether
Yeah, Morocco and Brazil, Scotland are up there too. You never know.
Morocco or Brazil will top Group C to me, but Japan will be meeting one of the two most likely. It's strange to say, but I think that Japan has better chances against Brazil than Morocco. Japan likes to play open football against attacking teams. Morocco is a defensively hardened core that will be difficult for Japan, but Brazil is perfect opposition for Japan, and they proved this not so long ago when they beat Brazil in a recent friendly. In the next stage, Japan would meet a side of similar power to them, and on their day, and with the consistency they've been showing recently, they can pass here. In the quarterfinal, depending on the round,
Could happen,
Japan
yeah.
is likely to face one
Could
of
happen.
England or France, and this is where Japan's giant killer status will be tested. Without speculating too much, the point is that Japan is one of the rare teams that likes to play against quality attacking opposition. So a France or England could be a more desired matchup than, for example, a Morocco. And speaking of, what is the
No, I'm
Japanese
pretty sure they counter pretty quick too. And the whole team is like balanced. So
system? What exactly has Moriyasu built over the years, and why does it work so well in tournament football?
this is the genius. This guy, Hajime Moriyasu. Apologies, dude. Do you guys watch Blue Lock? It's him, dude. It's him. It's literally him. It's him reincarnated in real life. That's who he is. That's his alter ego. Ego Jinpa. Ego Jinpachi. If you guys have watched the anime.
Because this Japan team isn't built like a traditional powerhouse.
Oh, bro, look at this team. This team is solid, man. Oh, Mitoma, quality. Maeda for Celtic. Duan Ritsu, Bundesliga, Kubo, Endo. Class.
They don't try to dominate possession, they don't rely on individual superstars, instead they rely on structure, discipline, and moments. Japan most commonly lines up with 4-2-3-1 formation, although they do rotate a lot, but what makes them dangerous is how flexible this sort of shape becomes during a game.
See, look at that. Look what I said at the bottom here. It says fast counterattacks, dude. Why it works? Fast counterattacks.
Out of possession, they drop into a compact mid-block, with two holding midfielders protecting the back line, closing space between the
Fast
lines and
counterattacks.
forcing opponents wide, and that's where they win the ball back. Japan are one of the fastest transitioning teams in international football. They don't hold on to the ball, they move it forward immediately, using quick passing combinations and pace out wide. They turn defense into attack in seconds, and this is exactly how they beat teams
Good
like
football.
Germany
Good football to
or
watch.
Spain. Not by controlling the game, but by controlling the moments that matter. Another key part to this system is their intensity. Japan presses in bursts, not constantly, but when they choose to press, they do it as
Dude,
units.
basically they just play really
Aggression,
smart.
not reckless pressing. At the core of the system is a group of players who fit perfectly. Wataru Endo is a defensive anchor, breaking up play and keeping the team balanced.
They use AI to make that, dude.
Creativity and
Look at that, key
unpredictability
players.
in the final third. Kaoru Mitoma, one of the most dangerous dribblers in the world, especially in transition.
Oh,
And
Mitoma.
Juan creates clutch moments and is proven in big games. And
Minamino.
importantly,
Kubo.
this isn't just a talented squad. It's
Oh
a
my
squad
god. Mitoma. He's so good to watch, man.
built for a system. Because in knockout football, you don't need to control every game, you just need to stay organized, disciplined, and take your chances when they come. And Japan does that better than most teams outside
That's
the
true.
traditional elite. So what you're looking at is not just a team that can upset giants, but a team that is consistently putting itself in positions to beat them. And that's what makes Japan so dangerous in 2026. The most recent games that Japan have played leading up to
True.
the World Cup are two victories
Facts.
against England and Scotland. Incredibly impressive. And in the window before that, they beat Bolivia and Ghana. Hopefully now, I've convinced you that Japan should make it further than you put them in your fantasy brackets, and perhaps are the most unique team in the World Cup when it comes to their capabilities. And they can do so
100%.
even with rotation, as they're one of the sides in the World Cup with the most depth as well, more reliant on their system and unity rather than star players. Although Japan used to be more famous for sumo wrestlers and
Yeah, if you have a lot of depth, depth, you're gonna most likely go far. Like in a tournament, if you have a lot of depth, it's international, but it's obvious. But yeah,
footballers, and most people in the West don't know what their football team even does between the years. Come World Cup time, Japan is and will be a force to be reckoned with. Japan might not be the favorites, they might not have the biggest stars, but they have something just as dangerous. A system that works, a team that believes, and a track record of beating anyone on their day. So don't be surprised if Japan aren't just shocking the world in
100%.
2026, but finally breaking through.
if Japan ends second, yeah, true. Or if they make the semi-quarters, semis, finals, that's like insane. That's insane to like top all these teams and make it there. Like that'd be scenes.
But now, I want to hear from you. How far do you think Japan will go in 2026? Let me know.
Sick. Oh. Good video, man. Good video. I think, my opinion, I think Japan are really strong. I reckon they'll make it to the quarterfinals. At least, I want them to make it to the quarterfinals. Last time they made it to the round of 16, I feel like, who was in that group? What? Netherlands, Tunisia, and what was the other team? Netherlands, Tunisia, and Sweden. Dude, they could easily top that team. They could easily. From what I know, they could top it. Like, it wouldn't be that much of a surprise. Alright, so as I'm editing this video, I realized that Matoma is not playing in the World Cup. He played a game with Brighton a couple weeks ago and he had to come off because he copped a bad hit. I didn't think it was anything that bad, but he's got a severe hamstring tear, so that is definitely a big blow to the national team. Far out. I think they do have a replacement, but Japan might struggle a little. Then yeah, they could beat Brazil. They could go through. Dude, this World Cup feels insane. Yeah, but they can do pretty well. So yeah. What happens if Japan would win? If Japan were to win, what would happen? If Japan were to win the World Cup, sushi and ramen would be massively produced, and then Japan would have a higher birth rate. No, I'm joking. Dude, if Japan won the World Cup, it'd be scenes. If they were to win. Apparently they don't have a good birth rate, so their birth rate would increase. People celebrating, a lot of people would celebrate more, so sushi and ramen they'd have to run out of ingredients to make food. And then, what's last? Dude. Oh, they'd have to make a new anime, or they'd make a movie over it, or something along those lines. I know, I'm waffling a bit there, but yeah, yeah, that's about it. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.